Drambi Vandi, the suspended police officer who allegedly killed Omobolanle Raheem, pleaded not guilty in court today. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, Drambi Vandi, the suspended police officer who allegedly killed a pregnant lawyer, Omobolanle Raheem, was arraigned on Monday before the Tafawa Balewa Square Division of the Lagos High Court. Vandi is facing one count charge of unlawful killing. He pleaded not guilty to the charge. The magistrate ordered that he be remanded at the Ikoyi custodial facility pending advice from the Lagos State Director of Public Prosecutions. At number 2, Nigeria's inflation rate dropped to 21.34% in December 2022. In November 2022, it was 21.47%. The figure is according to the recent inflation report by the National Bureau of Statistics. This is the first time Nigeria's headline inflation rate dropped on month-on-month basis in the past 11 months. Compared to November 2022, the rate dropped by 0.12 percentage point. At number 3, the Zamfara State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps said its operatives have arrested one Mustafa, a POS operator, for allegedly making financial transactions on behalf of bandits. The state commander Muhammad Bello Muazu, in a statement on Monday, said the suspect confessed that he is only using the POS machine to transact business on behalf of his clients, bandits. According to him, if bandits want to buy drugs, fuel, or foodstuff, they send somebody directly to the suspects to collect the money to purchase things they want for them. At number 4, the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra has rejected the offer of the governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, to stand as surety for its leader Nnamdi Kanu to be released, saying the federal government is in breach of the order of its own court. While welcoming the call by Soludo to release Kanu unconditionally, the group said the call was belated, coming 3 months after the Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted its leader. It added that the governor should rather call on the federal government to respect its own court and grant Kanu freedom. This was contained in a statement by the Media and Publicity Secretary of IPOB, Emma Powerful. At number 5, the National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission says it has initiated process for the review of the national minimum wage. The Commission's head of public affairs, Emmanuel Njoku, said this in a statement. Njoku said as part of the process to review the minimum wage, which will be due in 2024, the Commission had held a series of meetings and trainings towards a nationwide monitoring of the Minimum Wage Act 2019. He said the monitoring build to begin on January 23rd would help ascertain the compliance level of public and private employers and organizations. At number 6, the Central Bank of Nigeria has begun the deployment of the National Domestic Card Scheme today, January 16, 2023. The card, designed in partnership with the Nigeria Interbank Settlement System, seeks to unify payments in Nigeria and bring in the unbanked population. Announcing the deployment, CBN's Director, Corporate Communications Department, Osita Nwanisobi, announced that National Domestic Card was introduced because of its belief that Nigeria had achieved significant transformation in its payment system over the past decade. He listed the benefits of the card scheme to include, among others, reduction of cost and use of foreign exchange, protection of data sovereignty, enabling locally relevant propositions. At number 7, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo on Monday departed Abuja for Monrovia, the Liberian capital, to attend the Emerging Young Leaders Forum, where he is the special guest of honor. This is according to a statement signed by the Senior Special Assistant to the Vice President on Media and Publicity, Laolu Okonde. At the forum, Osinbajo and other West African leaders will interact with a selected group of 400 emerging leaders, sharing their growth, struggles, attainments, accomplishments, and secrets. Afterwards, he would hold bilateral talks with President George Weah of Liberia. At number 8, the World Health Organization has recommended the use of face masks by the public in specific situations. The WHO issued the update given the current spread of COVID-19 globally. The agency notes that the masks are recommended following recent exposure to COVID-19 when someone has or suspects they have COVID-19, when someone is at high risk of severe COVID-19, and for anyone in a crowded, enclosed, or poorly ventilated space. The WHO also advised that a COVID-19 patient could be discharged from isolation early if they tested negative on antigen-based rapid tests. At number 9, the Johannesburg High Court has granted South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa an interim interdict against the private prosecution brought against him by former President Jacob Zuma. The case, which was to commence on the 19th of this month and required the sitting president to appear in court for the proceedings. Ramaphosa approached the court for relief from Zuma's private prosecution of him in his matter against state prosecutor Billy Downer and journalist Karen Maugan, whom he accused of leaking his confidential medical records in the arms deal case, and is charging Ramaphosa for failing to act against them. Finally, at number 10, Belarus said on Monday that joint Air Force drills with Russia began on its own territory amid concerns Minsk was being dragged into the Ukraine conflict to fight alongside Moscow. Minsk Defense Ministry said joint tactical fight drills of aviation units from Belarus and Russia had started. The drills will last until February 1st, the ministry said earlier. The ministry added that the exercises will involve training in aerial reconnaissance, joint patrolling of the state border, tactical air assault, landing, the delivery of goods, and evacuation of wounded. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.